He's the most important person on earth and in heaven. Jesus said, I will not. Remember when he ascended to heaven? He said, it's expedient to you. He said, I wish I could stay. He said, but it's better that I go. Because if I don't go, the Comforter, the Holy Spirit will not come. If I go, I'm not going to leave you comfortless. The Holy Spirit will dwell with you forever. He'll always be with you. Even if I go, he will always be with you. He will lead you, guide you, direct you, talk to you, speak to you, whatever. Have you ever been walking somewhere? I used myself driving. And I was going to go this way. But this before I knew who the Holy Spirit was. I'm just giving an example. Before I knew who he was, I was going to go this way. And then something said, turn around and go that way. And I turned around and started driving this way. That's the Holy Spirit talking to you. God himself. He had me to turn around and not to go this way versus that way. Because there was danger that way. And he was looking out for my protection. There were harm that way. So when you're sensitive to his leading and to his guidance, he will protect you from all harm and danger. He's very sensitive. You're not going to hear him screaming and shouting. Most of the time he moves in quietness. The still small voice. I remember I was getting ready to make a business transaction with somebody years ago. And I'm talking to the people. And as I'm talking, at this time I knew it was the Holy Spirit. I knew about the Holy Spirit. But I'm going to say something for your sake at the moment. So something tapped me on the shoulder. Like a person. He is a person. We'll get into it. And I look back that way, thinking, because at first I thought it was somebody for real hit me on the shoulder. But when I didn't see nobody, I looked back and I looked back. And then I looked back again. I heard the Holy Spirit say, do not do transaction with this person. And I said to myself, I said, okay. I went on to let them walk me through the process, this and that. But when I left, I knew I heard God say, do not do business with this person. And come to find out later on, the business went under. He will speak to you. He will lead you. I got so many stories about the leading of the Holy Spirit, but let me go ahead and give you the message before we hit the time here. The Holy Spirit will enable us to know the truth and to live the truth. As I said, he will convict us of our sin, but not condemn us. Because he said he did not come to condemn the world. He come to save the world. And when we allow our lives to be controlled by the Holy Spirit, we have the power to live a life that is pleasing to God. We have to be led by the Holy Spirit and not our emotion or our feelings. We have to be led by his Spirit, not by our emotion, not by how you feel. If you are doing something and you say, well, I feel like, go back and seek God in prayer and ask God, is he leading you to do that? Always pray to God, whether big things or small things. Always acknowledge him, because you need the guidance and the leading in the direction of the Holy Spirit. He will speak to you. Anytime you start saying, I feel like, that's you being moved by your emotion. Your emotion can get you in trouble, because the Bible said there is a way that seems right to a man, but that way is in death. So it's important that we are led by his Spirit, not by our emotion, not by our feelings. I was talking to someone the other day, and I know the person did it out of their emotion. And when the person did it, they was trying to do it where I could not see them doing it. But it just so happened the Lord allowed me to see it. And I went to the person and I said, that's a spirit of disobedience. And the person said, I felt like the Lord felt light. And I was telling the person, you were led by your emotion. I saw the whole thing play out from the beginning to the end. You were led by your emotion, not the Spirit of God. And if you're not careful, you talking to the person, you can think you helping that person, but you really destroying that person's life even the more. It's important to be led by the Spirit of